Hey y'all, what's up? This is Tania, Christ and Locs. Welcome to my channel. If you're brand new, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. And today I really had no plans to get on camera for this channel anyway, but I just wanted to chop it up with you guys because I got a lot of good feedback in reference to just engagement on my last video where I was talking about my horrible hair experiences. And y'all, it was rough filming that video because just putting your business out there, and sometimes, you know, when you put yourself out there, some people could look at you like, well, girl, didn't you see the signs? But the feedback that I got was very supportive and understanding. And hair is just such a sensitive topic for Black women in general, and I didn't want to come off like I was talking bad about people, but it's just my experience, you know. So I just want to talk about other things that I've gone through with my hair. I haven't had good experiences with my hair journey over my lifespan. And I didn't talk about this in the last video, but I had dealt with bullying from all different types of people in professional and personal situations. And, you know, I'm sure some of you watching this might have dealt with at least similar experiences, but I think when I started my lock journey, it allowed me to reclaim my hair. Well, I would say my natural hair journey, but really my lock journey, because my natural hair journey, while I was, you know, getting used to not having any chemicals in my head, like, it was still a lot to deal with. It was not a fun journey for me towards the end. My locked hair journey is enjoyable for me, you know, and I think it's because I'm able to actually see the progress more. I was putting so much effort into my natural hair journey, and not saying I didn't see my hair being healthy, and when it was stretched I could see the length and all that, but I couldn't see as many changes as a result of me really putting the effort into that journey as what I've seen in my lock journey. Like, all the effort and time that I've taken to take care of my scalp and to wash my hair and to do hot oil treatments and to curl it and to do ACV treatments and all of that, I'm seeing the fruit of my labor in how my scalp is and how my roots are, and just how my hair is growing out. So it's different when you can actually see it without really trying to see it, if that makes sense. You know, whenever you have an afro, you can see it to a certain extent, but it's like, I don't know, it's just different. If you are a person who's had loose natural hair and it grew out to a certain point, and then you decided to lock and now your hair is to a certain point, you can kind of see where I'm coming from more than somebody who hasn't. But at any rate, I've experienced some difficult things in my life regarding my hair. As I mentioned in my community tab, I talked about how I've been, I don't want to say bullied because I am a grown woman, but I've been talked about. When I first cut my hair off, if you watch my video to that point, basically I had a Caesar, okay? And that was a shock to a lot of people, because even though I had, my hair wasn't that long when I was relaxed, but people were used to seeing me with some level of length. So I was a tomboy, and I had a lot of guy friends, and they were used to seeing me a certain way. And when I cut my hair off, it was kind of like, it was off-putting to them. And yeah, I dealt with a little bit of slide remarks and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I didn't care. I did what I wanted to do. And I also dealt with some positive, you know, feedback too. Feedback that from different cultures of people that I never anticipated. And I also, during my natural hair journey, dealt with a lot of just nasty comments from Black women. Of all people, Black women. Like, I had one lady, I was in my internship for a therapist. This was back in 2012, 2013. And she basically said, this was an older lady, and she was one of my clients in my internship. She was basically like, you're gonna sit up here and be treating people with your hair looking like that? Mind you, I'll try to find a picture, but my hair was an afro. It wasn't like, my hair was just looking in all disarray. And mind you, this was a lady, she was giving very much so respectability politics. So at the time, I wasn't who I am now, I didn't have discernment. I wasn't saved, and I was irritated by it. You know, and I'm not trying to be nasty, y'all. This is not the Holy Spirit talking to me. This lady's hair didn't look like she had. Her hair looked very weak. Her hair was relaxed, and she didn't need to be talking about nobody's hair. Let's just say that. But yeah, I've had men talk about my hair, especially when it was short. Basically, in so many words, picking on the fact that it was short. Meanwhile, when my hair now is long, now they're doubling back. I've had people who were family members when they were doing my hair, because I do have at least one person in my family who does hair, who was doing my hair at the time, basically called my hair nappy. She was on the phone talking to somebody and acting like I wasn't there, and was like, yeah, somebody came and had asked her to do something. She was like, after I get done with this nappy-ish, she said the S word though, I'm not gonna cuss, as if I wasn't even there. I've had beauticians talk about my hairline. I've had people just outright blatantly disrespect my hair. So like when people compliment me on my hair, I don't really take it one way or the other. I say thank you and keep it moving, because I've learned in a way to not really give people's words about my hair any power, whether it's good words or not. Because I've had to have that defense mechanism, because when you take in people's words as power, then you give them the power to, when you take in people's words as validation, you give them the power to decide how you look at your hair. And I had to get to a point in my hair journey where I just let that go. After dealing with so much in school, in my early 20s, in my early 30s, like I had to just let that go. Even as my hair's grown out now, I have people commenting, backhanded comments saying, is that all your hair? Or it looks so heavy. Or how often do you wash it? Or are those braids? Come on now. So like, I've just had to learn how to just let it roll off my back. Because if you don't, you'll be miserable. Even some of the comments I get on this channel, I have people who are specifically there. I can tell they're not people who will subscribe to me, because they just coming through on a random short and leaving their 2 cents and going on about their way. But there was one person, I'm assuming it was a woman, who was basically saying like, my hair is long and I can tell your hair ain't that long. You said your hair is beautiful, blah, 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 respectfully. And I'm like, really? Respectfully though? Like, people will say what they want to say in a backhanded comment so fast. And obviously I had to like chill on the comment for a little bit, because I didn't want to respond in my flesh. And I had to ask her, what was the point of leaving that comment on a scalp hair short video? If the point of the video was to talk about my experience with my scalp health and to give tips, why do you feel the need to compare your lock journey, your hair, to mine? You know, it's screaming insecurity for me. So I've had a lot of comments like that. But I've had so many more comments on people just telling me that they appreciate my hair, they appreciate the journey that I'm sharing, all of that. Now, I thank them, and I keep it moving, because like I said, I'm not going to allow anybody to validate my hair journey. I'm up here because guys call me to come up here as far as sharing my journey, and I don't need nobody to sit up here and co-sign what I'm doing with my hair. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I still get random comments like that of people who think they can look through a screen and tell me what my hair is like. And I'm like, okay, y'all. But I just wanted to come up here and just talk, honestly. Like, if you resonate with anything that I said, because I know I was just talking, please let me know, because this is the stuff I deal with, and I try not to just give it any kind of, I try not to think about it, because it's really silly at the end of the day. And I'm not saying that what I experienced as a result of people demeaning my hair at different points in my life is not serious, because it is something that a lot of Black women deal with. But at the end of the day, you have to decide, are you going to allow this to determine how you look at your hair? Okay? People are going to always talk. Okay? They're going to talk. That's what they do. It's about what you do with how you feel about your hair. I'll put the scripture on the screen, but God says that our hair, a woman's hair, is her crown. Okay? And regardless if you have short hair, long hair, thin locks, thick locks, if your locks are colored, if your locks are not colored, at the end of the day, they're yours. If it's growing out your scalp, that's a crown that God gave you. And even if you don't have any hair, you still have a crown on your head because God gave you that crown. So just be wary of just what you're allowing into your soul when it comes down to anything in general, but especially when it comes down to your hair. Our hair is just, and that's another thing before I go any further. Our hair is attached to our head. Our head encapsulates our brain. And all of this matters, okay? That's one reason why I don't let any and everybody in my head. Okay, I'm not going to let you in my head because what you put into my scalp is going to impact my mind, okay? I'm not going to impact my body in general. I'm not going to allow anybody just to be touching my head. But yeah, like at the end of the day, we have to take ownership of what we allow to penetrate in our mind about who we are, the aspects of who we are, especially as Black women, our hair specifically, because our hair is not our identity. We're not our hair. And still, our hair is an important aspect of how we carry ourselves. It's not who we are, but it does contribute to how we carry ourselves. And you wouldn't let anybody just come and put any raggedy piece of clothing on you. So don't let anybody throw a comment at you and you just take it up and wear it. Like, don't do that. You got to learn how to rebuke those negative thoughts or the negative words that people might say about your hair. And even if somebody's saying something nice, but you can discern that it's coming from a weird space, rebuke that too. Okay, we're not dealing with any of it. Okay, we gotta grow in the spirit. We got to learn what is from God and what's not from God. At the end of the day, people out here having what my mom used to say, designs on people's hair, and they'll sit up here and say something that's supposedly nice, and you're like, something about this comment feels kind of weird. But yeah, I'm just talking at this point. If you resonate with anything in this video, please leave me a comment. And until the next one, God bless. See you in the next one.